What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. I know this may have been a shock factor one. What's her name? Billie Eilish? Something like that. Forgive me. It's going to be spelled correctly. I don't know how you say your name. But let me present reasons why someone would be negatively mentioning you and your admiration on speaking on TxxTentacion. Now, let's allegedly say in the New York Times interview you gave, you honestly meant what you said. Oh, he would inspire me. He was someone who could put me in a place no one else could when we spoke and things like when you were, whatever it is you declare. That's awesome. But let me say this. Where were you? You might have said something on Twitter. I don't follow you. I don't know of your music. You might have said something on Twitter. But when you're performing, now you want to speak about it because you know it's the it factor. Why are so many people trying to pull energy off of what he brought to the music game? Now, see, when we're doing news, we're doing media, that's media. But you're doing it during a performance. Was there a song you two did together? Did he tell you he believed in your music? Could I please, if I'm wrong, please show me? But when you're presenting it at this point in time, when you're doing music, when you're trying to ramp your career up, it just sort of becomes a shtick that you're using to enhance your career. If you came out with a bomb album, you performed all your songs and you said, you know what, stop the beat. Shout out to such and such and such. I respect that. But when you kind of make a song for someone, do stuff, he didn't make a song for you. What's going on? I'm not getting it. And I'm understanding what they say because essentially it's no different than people hopping on stage, stealing his moves. Some of the people in the background, now they're shirtless up front, barefoot up front, trying to do a dance. Like, come on. We've seen it enough now. Why can't people musically just make the music to match their image? Instead of jumping the crowd up, hyping the crowd and things is one part. When your song's butt, it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying hers is, I'm saying in general. This is the ideology behind why people would come at someone like you because they're thinking of everyone else. So that means you have to change the narrative, right? That means you have to drop a fire album. You have to make hit after hit after hit that proves your energy true, that you truly do carry the whole entire stigma of what it was he brought to your life. You give it to your fans and you inherently encourage his fans to like, I got it. That's the issue. A lot of artists don't carry that energy. They don't carry that presence. They don't carry the hits. They don't carry the mindset to even make the music. That's why they're alleging. Now, I don't know this of you or anyone else. That's why allegedly they're saying certain men are bent over desks for these deals because you don't carry the talent, period. They hear your song, they're like, how's this person still relevant? Who's looking for this guy? Like, that's what they're thinking. Can you blame them? When your music isn't up to par, but you're acting out someone else's stuff, you're doing what someone else, you're even reaching out to their fans like, look, I was his friend, follow me. Like, that type of stuff is why we think the desk is getting shaken and you're getting your buns chopped down till you fall and break through the desk. That's why. It's not rocket science. It's like, how'd you get in your position and your music sucks? You see, the difference is to even think that about certain topics was never even relevant because fans gravitated toward this artist. Some people make it for the enjoyment. Some people make it to make ends meet. You see that in the music. Or if someone's really that good, you'll never even know they're trying to make ends meet with the music. What is your legacy going to be? When I look at your legacy, is it going to be, oh, this person said they were inspired by TxxTentacion and made a song for TxxTentacion? You're not the media. Your titles being released aren't going to carry on the works that you make, a derivative to the career that you carried on for year after year, album after album, to make some type of impressionable arrival into the game. Am I losing you? You see, I sat back and watched greats make music. That is how I know off of hearing. I could close my eyes and hear your energy. I could close my eyes and hear your relevancy. Hear whether you belong in the game or you're just a guy who got slammed out till you went head first through a desk just to get what you have. Come on now. If this is above your head, don't debate the music. Just turn it on, and however the beat follows, just jump around, break stuff, fall through stuff, copycat them. Really do that. That's the problem. Now, I just gave you so many jewels, I don't want to hear nothing about it. But you're not going to get it at the end of the day. That's why I say it like I said. You're not going to get it. Somebody getting doggy style through it. Somebody getting missionaried for it. For that extra 100K, can you hit it from the front? Whatever you're saying. Whatever you got going on with your deal or whatever. See, most artists are getting thrown into 360 deals. You never come up with our money good. You just keep going to shows and we'll just keep snatching your money if they're not snatching your crumbs. But at the end of the day, are you not going to push forward with it? Are you not still going to go into your career? Are you not still going to step up like, yeah, I'm G'd up? And then your guy walks around like, hey, daddy. Allegedly. I'm just saying, if is this or is it not relevant? Y'all tell me, what are your thoughts on this? I'm just saying, I get where they're coming from, but you got to get where she's coming from. If she really cared about him, as she say, I'm just confused why she's not out here taking a stance for his name on all the ignorance that's going around. That's what confuses me. If you're an artist out here giving clout to him, giving respects to him, you're not standing up to people demeaning him. You let the news walk all over him. Then someone like me comes out, says something, you're like, oh, you're real quick to react on other people. But when these organizations come, they say, get back in your place. That's how they treat you? Oh, so that means you're not authentic all around the board when it comes to your feelings, your thoughts, your media, your music. But when someone's making a statement, that's when you need to speak up. Really? Really? Is that how they build them nowadays? Is that how they're built? Really? Well, let me tell you something. While you're sitting there looking for reasons to try to stand on or prove wrong people like me, we already knew the truth before you even spoke. So by the time you're trying to take some stance and seem grandiose in the scheme of the, oh, I'm me. We already know your longevity in the game. We already see your creativity null and void. So keep that in mind. How about you take that same energy and work on your craft? How about you take that same energy and make a legacy that could be remembered by you? So we're not looking at you as a one-hit wonder. You see the craziest part? One-hit wonders aren't even made like people used to be if they were going to allegedly say Vanilla Ice was. You couldn't even do what he did. He still had a few more good songs and they equated that. We just forget who you are. And next thing we're saying, yo, it's not what's his name? That's what I'm saying. We know who he is. Will you be remembered in the game? Really? Or are you, no. Are you going to just come out and say, I'm doing this for fun? When you're making this your career, oh, I'm doing this with a passion. When I know a rapper that has a career and raps is 10 times better than you. Really? My question is, when are they going to get it? When are you going to realize that it's time for you to create a legacy instead of a moment? Don't let the moment overshadow the legacy. That means fire albums, fire singles before you even step up giving clout and respect to another person. That's ultimately the viewpoint. Hopefully you understand that. This is from the greatest nation since United Nations. I ain't got to talk about y'all, but I've been patient. Let's do this. You know how I rock. Comments below, subscribe, hit that bell, all rights reserved. Period.